Hello, guys. I'm Timothy Earle with Earle Sports Bets and Picks and Parlays, and welcome back to another edition of Ballin with Tim Earle. We've got some hockey we'll talk about. I know it's been a little bit since I've done a NHL Ballin' Out, but with the NBA on All-Star break, college basketball card's kind of weak. It's a decent NHL card. I got 3 games we'll talk about. We'll talk about Anaheim and Buffalo. We'll talk about Dallas and Boston, and then we'll finish it out with a little bit of Chicago and Carolina. Before we jump into this one, all of the plays from Earle Sports Bets is going to be over on picksandparlays.net/Tim. That's where you can find all of our best bets. Doing really well in college basketball. Obviously, Saturday was rough, but ultimately still doing really well in college basketball for 2024, and hoping to keep it rolling. And make sure you guys are following Earle Sports Bets on all social media platforms. Let's jump into this one. We get the Ducks and the Sabers to start it off. Sabers minus 190. Total is 6.5. Yes, I know I'm a Sabres fan. That's fantastic. Do we remember what happened the last time these two teams played? Yeah, it was a 4-2 win by the Ducks. And if that seemed like a close game, it wasn't. Because I remember staying up and watching that one and started at 10 o'clock. Sabres didn't score until about 2 minutes left in the game. They were down 3-0. They scored once. They scored twice, let up an empty netter. So that game was not as close as people thought. I think this is and the Sabres remember that because that was like one of their ugliest games right before the All-Star break. And then they won 2 games in California and then went to the All-Star break. But give me the Sabres here. Kind of a revenge spot after one of their ugliest losses of the year against Anaheim last time out. Let's hop over to Boston. They're against the Stars. Boston's a minus 120. 5.5 is the total in this one. And it's just hard to bet against the Bruins at home. Now, I will say they have lost 4 out of their last 5. They have not been good since the All-Star break. Their only win was a 4-0 win versus Vancouver. Now, I look at this one. They're coming off of a overtime loss to LA. Dallas on the opposite side. Since the All-Star break has come back and won 4 out of their 6 games. Last game was a loser in overtime. So both teams coming off losses. But I'm gonna take the Bruins at home here. I think it's a good spot for them to kind of start to straighten out their ship after kind of having a rough couple of games. Try to compete for that President's Trophy again. So or President's Cup, sorry. And I'm taking the Bruins here minus the 120. Let's head to Raleigh for the final game, and the Canes are minus 430 favorites with a total of 5.5. No, I'm not touching a side. But what I will do is I will grab a total, and this Canes team has really started to look good defensively lately. They went and played a out west road trip where they played, their last 2 games, I should say, back-to-back games, Arizona, Vegas. They won a combined 8-2. Their goaltending is finally starting to step up. Their defense has been solid, and even with Bedard back, I still think that the Chicago offense is going to struggle, especially against a Canes team that has been really good defensively. I'm going to grab this one under 5.5. I could see this one being a 2-1 type of game, maybe a 3-2 type of game in overtime, but I'm taking the under 5.5 between the Blackhawks and the Canes. Those are the 3 free picks for the NHL for tomorrow. Once again, all of our plays are over on the picksandparlays.net website, picksandparlays.net/Tim. 1 week pass, $70. Make sure you guys are following all social media platforms. Some plus money for you guys here with the Sabres, plus 125 on the puck line. We are taking the Bruins minus 120 on the money line and the under in the Canes game. That's going to do it for this edition. Ballin' Out with Tim Earle. Thank you guys for watching. Good luck.